Basically, I couldn't be bothered to balance my laptop on duvet covers and pillows this time, so it's just on my lap, so you're going to have to deal with me being this close to the camera. And the occasional jolting where I move my arms and my legs kind of move with me, as you can probably tell by that bit. There's 3 main points that I'm going to include in this vlog, and they're all work related because that's basically all I've been doing with my life at the moment. The main point was Dan has ruined the gallery floor. Basically, there was like loads of scuff marks and everything. We all had to clean the scuff marks, and Dan was like, oh, if I go get a scourer we can get rid of these scuff marks quicker. So he got the scourer and he started scrubbing away, and he's actually scratched the underneath of the floor whilst trying to get rid of these marks. So he's ruined the whole of the floor, and what's really annoyed like everyone is basically nothing's being done about it and nothing's being said, but basically everyone's like just bringing that up at Dan, annoying him and pissing him off a bit at the moment, so that's pretty cool. Also, everyone's getting annoyed with Ellie, so apparently something might be happening. She might get fired, she might not, I don't know, but she keeps on telling people how to do jobs when she's doing them wrong herself, and even all the HPAs are getting annoyed at her now and people are complaining, so that is a good point. And the best point of all is that this is the thing that was making me happy last night. The thing that when I was calling you, I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell you. And the thing is that Luke is coming back. He's back on Saturday, and I am working with him. It's going to be amazing. That picture was just to resemble how happy I was that he was coming back. There's been so many new people and so many bad people that have been coming back in, and basically someone good has finally made their way back into Robinson Pool. Oh, and I've just remembered another point that I was going to tell you. Basically, after I've said about it, I'm going to include photos of how the demonstration was done. Basically, the other day Dan was teaching diving, but he was just the worst. I'm not even a diving teacher, and I knew that he was teaching wrong. Basically, the hand position, like start off with, you know, like cross your hands and you hold like one hand in the other hand. Basically, he was telling them how to do that wrong to start off with, which really annoyed me. And I was sitting on the chair, and I'm not even a diving teacher, and that annoyed me. But also, he was also trying to make a beginner, a guy that had never dived before, do a 1.5 off the side. Off the side. Yeah. And every single like time he was going around, he like kept on like landed on his back and like kept on like hurting himself and everything. And I like walked over there afterwards and was like, Dan, don't you think this is a bit too hard for what you're supposed to be doing? And he was like, yeah, it is hard. And I'm like, well, to be honest, I know like Dom, for example, he would struggle doing that off the side. So why are you trying to make a beginner doing that? And like he was like, well, he's not a beginner, he's been doing it for like a week. And I was like, that's a beginner. They can't do 1.5 off the side from that like 1 week of tuition, especially from the tuition from Dan. Dan, you know how bad that is. You know. Yeah, so that was another point that I nearly forgot about. And moving on, I've also been quite sad recently, and to be honest, I'm fed up of it. I'm fed up of being sad. As you know, I called you last night, and to be honest, that's the happiest I've felt in quite some time. So I'm very glad that I did that, and I'm happy you're there for me, and I do miss you. We do need to. I'm still debating whether to come down on Sunday, but hopefully it will be a yes. I'm going to town to try and sort out like a overdraft flow for my card, and if I get one, then I'll definitely be coming. So hopefully it all works out cool, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday if that's still happening. Yeah, so that's all. Here come the pictures of the demonstration I'm going to show you. I'm not going to dive onto the floor or anything. I'm just going to take pictures of how he was telling the other person to do this stuff.